Welcome back to the Handyman Business YouTube channel. I'm going to start something a little different tonight. I'm committing tonight. I've been putting it off for so long, and that is working on this workshop. The reason that there's a holdup is probably because I don't want to be without electricity. How do we explain this? So I've got a new panel over there. I got the old panel here that is serving as a makeshift junction box. And what I need to do is tear out all the flex, all the hard conduit, all the old wiring, and I want to get rid of all these fluorescent shop lights. This pile of boxes over here is 12 new LED shop lights. I know I'm going to get brain cancer. I'm going to start walking to the side. What else? Headaches? I don't know. I haven't had any ill effects from LED light bulbs, over the last 3-4 years. Got them in my house, got them in my camper. Heck, I think I even got them inside my truck. If you have illness to LED light bulbs, then we probably should go just candlelight. Along with the lights, I'm going to lose all my plugs. So I do need to run several circuits, probably 3 different 20 amp circuits for outlets. Now for the lights, I already have these warehouse lights, the bright ones way up high, and they are on a switched circuit, and I've got 4 gang boxes in each corner. And what I'd like to do is put pigtail plug-ins on the end of all these shop lights. They may even come with it, so I can just plug them right in. Now these big giant warehouse lights, they don't really belong in here. The ceiling isn't high enough, and I've got too many things underneath it, and it casts a bunch of shadows. They're supposedly waterproof, so I may be putting those outside for security lights. I'm going to give you a little shot over there at the old panel. A lot of people get real scared, petrified of residential electricity. I've been working with it since I was a kid. I've been professionally working with it since I was 18. It's nothing to be afraid of. But I don't want to go out there and tell you to start licking your fingers and grabbing wires. Coincidentally, that's how electricians used to tell if a wire was hot or not. They just lick their fingers and start grabbing wires and see if they got a little zap. That's about it. You get a little zap. You guys can get an idea what's in there. It looks like a mess, but it's really not. These big wires up there, they go into that elbow and they go up and they are disconnected. I do have to make sure they're disconnected before I completely take that apart. I probably want to change this out. Yeah, you can see one of these big shop lights is on its way out. I don't like seeing all this flex here. So that'll be a phase 2. But I want to keep these lights in here. And this might give me some outlets too. The main thing I want to remove is all these shop lights, all this conduit, this electricity over here. Can't even fit up in that box. There's so much stuff up in there. Get that all ripped out. Get this switch removed. Fridge is out of beer, so we don't have to worry about that getting warm. All the old shop lights are down, along with a few pounds of dust. I think I got to pull all the bulbs out before I can throw them away. I don't even know what you do with bulbs. Smash them up, put them in a bucket, sneak them into the trash, something like that. It is another new day. Like I said, I only get an hour, half hour, sometimes no hours to come out here and work. But if you can see, I got this conduit. It runs all the way across. I got it going all the way across, down to another switch, up and around and up and out. It's a slow go, taking it apart, tinkering, like undoing all the nuts and stuff. So I want to get through it quick. I bought this at the Home Depot. Very expensive. Milwaukee Sawzall. Gotta say it right. If you even think to say Sawzall or any other variation of Sawzall, on YouTube, man, people just jump on you. It's quite hilarious. Meant for thick metal, carbide teeth. They've got these things labeled as 3X, 10X, 5X. This is 50X. Right there. I guess that's the life of the blade. These are like $47 for 3 blades. That's pretty darn expensive. But if they last 50 times, you know, your standard $7, $8 blade, and there's 3 of them, that's 150 blades for $47. We'll see. I'm going to start out right here, cutting up this conduit into sections that fit in my trash can. Sorry about the background noise. It's a little chilly in here. I got the heater going over there. Gonna be some dust. Okay, it worked. So these two here, they are going to be my 220 amp circuits. I might put a third in, but I think these are gonna do the job. You really don't run more than one power tool at a time that plugs in. So it's not like you're gonna have the drill press and the thickness planer going at the same time, or the bandsaw and the drill press at the same time. So these will get pulled out. I'm trying to avoid putting as many holes as possible in these studs. This is just 2x4 framing. So I'm not sure how I'm going to eventually run it. If I'm going to drill holes all the way around, if I'm going to go up and over. I want to stay away from exposed wiring because I do plan to put a ceiling in and cover all this insulation. Everything's going to get covered up. I may box this out and put like a chase to run wires in. Really grab. So this flex here goes to a weatherproof outlet that is just outside the door. I am going to reuse it, but I'll probably replace all the actual wiring. Okay, we got a piece of plastic in there that they used as a way to insulate. Oh, another piece of plastic. I wonder if that's a common thing back in the old days. This is the first time I've ever seen plastic pieces shoved inside this box. But if you see this, this is too many wires for this tiny of a handy box. You can see there's just too much going on in there for this small of a box. We got a light switch. Looks like we probably had some cracked insulation at one time that was shorting out. I don't see any black marks on the inside where you can see that it was sparking or anything like that. But all this gets ripped out. Cut here, cut over there. Yeah, it just bites right in there, and I haven't even got to a pinch point yet. Jesus, freaking danger. So this is the old supply. What's weird is this wire here is thicker than the wire that comes to the house from the telephone pole. This goes up through that conduit, out that elbow, and then up to the peak. There's like a post, and then a big wire goes over to my house. I'm going to tear all of that off. The overhead wiring, this conduit, I'll still reuse that hole. That hole, well, maybe I won't. I got to put a big light on the front of this, a bigger one. Right now we have a, what do they call those? A metal halide, something like that. Big commercial bulb. But these LED lights here are much brighter. And one of those is going to go outside. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't realize the camera was rolling. I've been swatting a bee. I don't know where this bee came from. Oh, jeez. Piece. Whew. That's pretty good. Takes a bit to control this blade, but it does cut real easy. I think I'm going to end this section of this electrical portion, since we got all the old wiring removed from the main shop area. The next section will be drilling in and putting out my boxes. I do have to figure out what I'm going to do with these cabinets. These cabinets here, I'm not sure. We'll get to that. Got to get the power back up in here so I can get these boxes out. That's the biggest holdup, is this is taking up a lot of room in my workshop. Probably get the outlets in, these all hung up, plugged in, and all those old spotlights removed. Why haven't I done this earlier? It was just, time and money, basically. Didn't have the time to take away from things that produce money. I know people think that I make money in this workshop, but it's not very much. I haven't built anything substantial in here for a long time. Going into the winter, I'm thinking ahead that I might want to build some more things in here. I'm going to get things streamlined a little bit. I got a lot of scrap plywood that unfortunately I don't have room to store. You could always make all sorts of trinkets and bookshelves out of this really nice maple plywood. I'll probably keep some of it around, but a lot of it's going to get burnt or thrown out. Enough rambling. Goodbye.